This episode brought to you by Appy Couple, the most stylish way to share your wedding. You choose your design, then tell your story. Add and edit photos of your life together from the beginning.
Choose your tribe, your maids, and men. Lay out all the events and details to organize everyone easily.
When, where, childcare, weather, and how to get there.
Your guests can join in on the website and your very own app. From reading your stories to adding their own photos. And of course, you have veto power.
They can get all the event details to the ones that they are invited to. They can also start and join conversations. They can find links to your registries.
Available for Apple and Android devices. Go to fromringtoveil.com/appy. That's fromringtoveil.com/appy. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kim.
And you are listening to From Ring to Veil,
a wedding planning podcast,
where we share tips and information to help you plan the wedding of your dreams.
Without all the stress.
Wedding Words Glossary Part 2, episode number 92.
Today we are continuing our discussion with veils and accessories. We do have to mention that the wedding fashion terms and the ones that we're talking about today comes from the Moncherie Bride, moncheriebridals.com.
We're going to start today with laces. I do not have any idea about lace. I don't know what it's called.
I know a little bit.
I'm not a sewer.
Seamstress. See?
I tried to sew my home ec project when they still had home ec in high school.
Yeah.
Back in the olden days. And my mom did it for me because I was at a loss.
Well, my mom sewed a lot. She made a lot of our clothes. Yeah. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Some, just, a couple things here and there. And so I knew from her, but then from home ec also I learned. And I was pretty good. And I made some stuff for my kids.
She still sews every once in a while. She'll hem fabric for us when we have to use it for weddings. I'm like, here, Kim,
I can do that.
Hem this.
I can fix things and all that. But I too don't know laces all that well. Not that I have designed or built anything in quite a long time.
Yeah. So the first lace is, I hope I'm saying this right, Alencon.
That's what I would say.
It's a popular, delicate design of lace, including images of flowers and arches on netting, with the edges embroidered with or without accenting, such as beading.
Okay. Makes sense. Battenberg, I've heard of this one. Floral or geometric designs created by forming loops of linen connected by threadwork. That probably takes a long time.
Yeah. Chantilly
lace. Okay, go ahead.
Intricate floral scallop and ribbon designs set on a fine net background. We've all seen Chantilly lace.
Yes. Yeah. If you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I'm calling this Duchess. Featuring floral or lace arch and scroll designs, often with raised stitching for more texture.
We've seen this too. Mm-hmm. I'm going to spell this one because I don't know how to say it. It's Guipure. Guipure? I don't know. It's large repetitive patterns on florals or geometrics set in a circular pattern connected by delicate threadwork.
Man, they're just, a lot of them are florals, a lot of them are arches, a lot of them are geometric.
We've probably seen them all. We just say, oh, that's...
How did they say, okay, well, this one we're calling this, and this one we're calling this, and this one, I just, that's anything. Lion.
Or Leon, probably.
Or Leon. Lion or Leon, Lyon, a lighter weight version of Alencon with a thinner cord.
Chiffly. A very lightweight lace with intricate embroidery, often floral, with intertwined design and connecting threading.
I'm seeing a pattern or floral.
These all sound the same to me.
We should probably try to find pictures of each of these. That'd be really nice. Spanish lace. Based on a standard net background featuring a rose motif.
Right.
Flowers.
And Venice, also known as Venice, is a strip of embroidery-style heavy lace not attached to netting. Often in florals and geometric designs, this type of lace is often used to cut into appliques.
Right.
So think of the giveaway we had, the little applique. That's probably what that is.
I bet that's what it is. Right now we're moving on to headpieces, which for me, I like headpieces more than I like veils. I really like, I didn't even have a veil. I had a floral piece.
Oh, I had a veil, but I didn't put it over my face.
Because Jeremy knew what he was getting.
Yeah.
So no big deal.
We lived together before, so.
The first one we have is called the back piece. Instead of a traditional headpiece or tiara, a hair clip or comb, like what we gave away, is attached to the back of the head, and the veil is attached to that.
Or
I think
not.
that's really pretty.
Yeah.
I do.
You don't have to have a veil attached to it. You could just wear that piece. The bunwrap. A circular clip or band that contains hair styled into a bun or encircles part of an updo.
Those are fun. So when I was doing hair, one of my favorite things to do is updos. I haven't done one in a really long time because my daughter won't let me do anything like that. But
And I don't have long enough hair to do an updo. So.
But I really enjoyed doing that, and especially when they brought stuff for me to put in their hair. Of course, I did a standard buns and made it all sleek and stuff like that. So that just takes me back. I really love
So
updos.
the next one's a comb.
A comb.
Another term for hair comb. Simpler jeweled comb may be used as a sole hair decor, or as the attachment for a veil. You can have a veil and then stick the comb into where your hair comes into the veil or whatever too.
Exactly, because they have some really simple veils that have no bling or anything on it, so you can use a comb to add whatever look you want. A crown. Now, if I was to get remarried, I'd be wearing a crown. I guarantee that. As the name implies, a small and simple or larger and more ornate jewel-studded full crown that attaches to your head via hair combs or clips. Your personality will decide the size. Small and delicate for a touch of regal look, or large and dramatic.
This is not to be confused with the tiara.
No, this
is a crown.
Crown.
This is a full crown.
Yes, to show that I am the queen. There you go.
Half crown, a half circle crown of fabric and comb headpiece that is held in place by obscured or jeweled hairpins.
Yeah, so half of a crown.
Yeah.
Like, of course, I always think of rain when I'm thinking of crowns. A headband, which I'm pretty sure we all know what that is, a full head wrap or slide-on clip. The headband may be a solid fabric, such as a shiny satin. Say that fast. Or a pearl or crystal adorned with. So it's basically a headband.
Right.
Yeah. And you would think that like retro was kind of that sleek sort of satiny headband look.
Juliet cap. We don't see very many of these around.
No.
A circular cap that fits over the top of your head, either simple or adorned, worn either alone or as the attachment for a veil. The Juliet cap is named for its style reminiscent of Shakespearean plays. Usually it's covering the bun of your hair.
Right.
So we don't really see many of those anymore.
No. But hey, I would love for somebody to bring those back. That'd be kind of fun. The profile, a jeweled piece, much like a barrette, in wide or thin design. So I don't know why they say wide or thin, because how about just a barrette? Anyway, attached appropriately to your hairstyle, most often to the side of your hair's part. So basically a pretty barrette.
Okay, this one I chuckled about. Snood.
Snood.
It's a pattern, lace, or crocheted bun holder that fully encases and secures an updo.
I think that would be fun to do. Tapered headband. The middle of the headband is wider than the narrower ends.
Just like a typical headband.
Yeah. Well, there's some headbands that is the same all the way down from the top to the bottom. Okay. But this one just is fatter at the top. Oh, okay. Sure.
A tiara. A partial crown piece affixed to the crown of the head, often held in place by combs on the side and with additional pins. Tiaras may be thin with minimal adornment or much larger and ornate, featuring gemstones, crystals, pearls, or tiny ceramic flowers.
So I think because of my age and who I am, I would go with the full crown and not the tiara.
I have a tiara.
Personally.
It's my birthday tiara, and it only comes out on my birthday.
Oh, that's nice. The wreath, and that's, I guess, what you would call what I had. A full circle made from flowers or greenery, which may also be adorned with beads and crystals.
We've been making a lot of these lately.
We have. But we don't call them wreaths.
No,
right?
I just call them floral crowns.
Yeah.
But they're the same thing.
Same things. Veils. Let's get into veils.
Veils. Woohoo! There's many, many types of veils.
There are. So get your notepad out.
The first type of veil is a ballet. It falls to the length between the knee and the ankle, providing great movement.
So if you'll remember, we talked about the train, the ballet train, is going to end at the same point. I think that for me, if I was wanting a longer veil, that would probably be a really good length.
That and the dress and the train are a good length for me because I won't trip over it going down the aisle. Because you know me, I trip over air. So,
Blusher. This is a single layer, shorter veil that is worn over the face during the ceremony and then flipped back over the head after the ceremony. It can be worn alone and then removed after the ceremony, or paired as a layer to a longer veil. So that's the piece that's going to go over your face.
It's kind of short too. It's like chin length. Cathedral, the most formal style of veil. Cathedral is usually paired with a cathedral length train. As such, the veil extends 3.5 yards from the headpiece, with a significant amount of trailing behind you as you walk. Stylists use the word regal to describe this veil. I would never get down the aisle with that.
That's like if you have a really long hair. A lot of times it pulls on your neck. You know, it's just uncomfortable. But if that's the look you're going for, I bet it'll be beautiful. The chapel. This formal style of veil extends 2.5 yards from the headpiece, extending over the train. So I guess it gives it a nice little tiered look.
Right. Double tier. 2 layers of veil, one shorter length set over a longer length. This may be used in the combination of a blusher or fingertip and a longer veil.
Which we'll find out what fingertip means in a little bit. The elbow. This veil extends down to your elbows. A popular look for less formal weddings, where you still want a bridal touch. Still want to look kind of bridal.
Fingertip. This veil extends down to your fingertips when your arms are hanging straight. This is the most versatile and most popular veil length, for its ease of mobility.
I can imagine, yeah. The flyaway. As a more informal style, this veil reaches just down to the shoulder length, or an inch or two below your shoulders.
Fountain. A gathering at the crown of the head, creating a cascading effect around the face. This veil is most often seen in shoulder or elbow length to maximize volume, but also may be created in the fingertip length.
Mantilla. This Spanish style of veil is traditionally circular in shape, made of lace, tulle, or chiffon, and is most often worn draped over the head, clipped into place at the temples with jewel pins or combs, cascading elegantly over the shoulders and down the back. Modern style includes a tulle or chiffon veil with intricate lace designs around the edges, and the length may extend to the cathedral length as well.
So if you think of Spanish tile weddings, that's that full veil.
And they just clip it on at the temples.
So, the poof.
Here we go, the poof.
The poof veil is made from a gathering of veil material where it connects to the headpiece, creating a natural poof to the shoulder-length veil. Stylists use the word playful to describe this veil.
And the waltz reaches from your headpiece to the hem of your dress. That's easy.
Yeah.
All right, those were the veils.
Now we're going to gloves.
Gloves.
Not that a lot of people wear gloves anymore.
Not. I haven't seen them too often lately. All right, the opera length. Full-length gloves that reach from your fingertips all the way up to near your shoulders. Perfect with strapless or sleeveless dresses. May be in plain or 6, 8, or 10 button lengths as accented up the arm. Yeah, I could never wear that.
I don't know.
I couldn't.
Elbow length. Reaching from your fingertips to just above the elbow.
I don't understand how women wore gloves all the time.
I don't either.
Back in the day. That was before my day.
Yeah.
Wrist length. Reaching from your fingertips to just above or below your wrist.
Open finger gloves. These come in lengths as mentioned above, but your fingers are exposed. Most often, the glove attaches via a ring on your middle finger to provide the smooth silk or lace covering of the glove with the full use of your fingers for the ring exchange and handling of the candle taper or signing of the ketubah.
Very good. Opera length. A full, long glove that extends to the top or middle of the upper arm. The most often with 12 or 16 buttons. Now we have the short. The end of the glove is 2 inches above the wrist, also called a one button. So does that mean like it's just your fingers, or are we talking about?
No, we're talking about
the other side of your wrist.
Yeah.
Okay, towards your elbow, 2 inches above there. Mm-hmm. Well, now they have the ones that are just the fingers. I don't know if you've seen that, but I've seen like who was it? Christina Aguilera, she wore them, and it's a fashion thing. They're just the fingers, and I don't know how they hold it on, but it's just the fingers and not even your palms.
Wow.
It's kind of weird.
So now we're going on to additional gown elements. These are like lace attachments, appliques, beading, things like that. So,
okay.
Appliques. Fabric or lace cutouts affixed to the gown, train, or veil.
Beading refers to embellishment, which, bling, whatever, creating a gluing or sewing crystal. Created by gluing or sewing crystals, bulge beads, pearls, gemstones, and other accents into the bodice, hems, or other elements of the ensemble.
Bordered trim. Embellishments added to the bodice edges, straps, and hems in ruffled, scalloped, or braided designs.
Bustle. We all know what that is, right? Gathering the train up to attach securely via obscured or hidden clips or hooks at the back of the dress to present an attractive gathered effect above the gown skirt. Give you a little bit of booty, I guess. Booty action.
Crinoline. The layers of tulle or netting worn under the gown's top layer to add extra volume to a full skirt. Crinoline may be attached to the dress or added as a separate undergarment. This is usually used when you're doing, the Cinderella, the ball gown type. So you want more poof.
Mm-hmm. Or the 50s styled, what do you call those dresses?
The T-length.
Yeah, T-length, which you can bustle out. Mm-hmm. Or crinoline out, I guess I should say. Edging, a narrow trim for hems, straps, or veils created from lace, embroidery, beading, or other accents.
Embroidery. Hand or machine stitched decorative designs created on the gown, bodice, train, or veil. Patterns vary from straight lines to intricate designs.
All right, I'm going to call this palettes. In the sequence family, palettes are larger round accents sewn on fabric at the top and dangling to provide movement. Okay, gotcha.
Ruching. Gathers or pleats in fabric often seen at the waistline. This is a good style if you have a little bit of a tummy. Because it kind of camouflages it.
Yeah, works with you.
And I really like it.
We all try to ruche our t-shirts, remember?
Yep.
Seed pearls. Tiny real pearls used to embellish gowns, trains, veils, and other elements. Pearls in irregular shapes are called Baroque pearls.
Shirring. Fabric that has been gathered up into 3 or more parallel lines, often extending down vertically under a waistline or used as an accent on a shoulder strap.
So it's kind of like a pleat, but not exactly.
Right. So that's all we have for you today.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, we're probably going to men's clothing next.
Yes, look for those. Hopefully these are helping you understand a little bit when you go to for the last two, to the bridal shop, and you're looking at gowns, and your bridal assistant is telling you all these things, and you're like, I don't know what that means.
What that is.
And never mind, it was a hummingbird. Now you do. Look for some more. We are going to keep going until we
finish our list.
Mm-hmm. So it's
a very long list.
It is. And hopefully you're enjoying this. Again, if you have any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, topics you want us to explore, anything like that, please email us at info@fromringtoveil.com or #FromRingToVeil on Twitter or Instagram.
Don't miss a show. Subscribe to From Ring to Veil anywhere you listen to podcasts, and please leave us a review.
And until next time, no stress, no worries. Keep calm and listen on.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can find us on Facebook, From Ring to Veil, on Twitter @From Ring to Veil, and on our website, FromRingToVeil.com.
Music provided by bensound.com.